think, who was it that sent out the original email to get in contact with everyone? Was that Ben or Jared? I can't remember, but I don't know. I appreciate that. Okay, so I think we're just supposed to go over just the oh wait, we're supposed to do that group quiz. That's what we're supposed to do, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys understand this first lesson? I guess it's technically lesson 2, but did you guys have any questions about it?
I think
that if I can always have the definitions for the different types of statistics, like the trying to find like the cluster and the if I can always have those right next to me, then I'll always get them.
Right.
You know. But,
yeah, they get a little confusing once in a while.
Yeah.
I didn't have any questions. I was a little stumped on the quiz. I'll be honest, I don't know what happened. I didn't get the score that I was thinking I was going to get. I mean, had my notes, everything in front of me, but yeah, I didn't do as hot. So I'll have to pay better attention here going forward, I think.
So was that the homework quiz that you took?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't taken that yet, so it's pretty tough.
No, I just, for whatever reason, I don't know. I just got one thing. There is one question on there that asks you the difference between, you're supposed to select from the following options, all those that are quantitative. And I can tell you what quantitative is, but for some reason on that one, that one really hurt. So anyway, that one and maybe one or two others. It's
Did you choose?
It's not very long. It's just 10 questions.
Yeah.
One of the things that got me on the quantitative versus qualitative is the phone numbers and like the jersey numbers, because those are numbers, but they're actually qualitative. And so I don't know if is that the one that you selected was the phone number?
Yep, I did. That got me.
Yeah.
I missed that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if the number doesn't have to change, then that's what puts it in a different group. Quantitative, if the numbers can change and make sense, then that's what will make it change. But that's why they're saying like jersey number and phone number, zip code, stuff like that doesn't fall in that category, because if you change it, it doesn't mean anything, so to speak.
Okay. Should we go over the group quiz now?
Sure.
Do you guys want to do that? Okay. Let me just do a screen share, and I guess you guys can either like pull up your own or just follow along. It doesn't really matter.
Are we each supposed to fill this out, I'm assuming?
Yes. Okay. So I think what it says, let's see, you should take this quiz with your group during your lesson 2 group meeting. The link, let's see, gives you instructions for the meeting. You'll have 2 attempts. You can preview, let's see. I think we're just supposed to take it together.
I have it pulled up.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Question 1. Oh, wait. We're supposed to do this. I don't really know. All right.
Sweet. Question 1 and 2, I'm 100%.
Okay. So question 1, I completed the individual prep. Everybody did that for sure. You guys are all actively participating. Okay, while you are required to work together on this quiz, each member of the group must submit his or her own answers in order to receive credit. Cool.
Fair enough.
All right, do you want me to just read and then we can all talk about the answer, or how do you guys want to do this?
Yeah, go for it. Just read it out loud and then we'll discuss it.
Researchers would like to determine if reviewing material consistently within an hour after class helps perform students wait to review material the day before the exam. To answer the question, the researchers are trying to determine if an observational study or an experiment would be more appropriate. They are discussing who the population would be and how they will determine which sampling method will best represent the population. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process are the researchers currently applying?
I'd have to say design, right?
Yeah. Because there's 2 things that take place during design the study, and that's you and distribution.
Yep, I would agree.
Sweet. Does somebody want to read question number 4?
Sure, I'll do it.
Go for it.
A researcher has collected the results of a survey where the participants were asked how many hours of TV they watch each day. The researcher tallies the frequencies for each category and computes mean number of hours watched. She then creates a histogram to help illustrate the overall distribution. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process did the researcher apply? I think she's the... Go ahead, sorry, that cuts me off.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's collecting the data?
I think she's describing the data. Because that's describing the data where you would create the charts, right?
Because she computes the creates the
chart.
Yeah, she says she then creates a histogram.
Yeah.
I thought it was describe the data, but I'm all ears.
No, I think you're right.
So she collected the data in the first sentence where she tallies the frequency. So she collected the data. She then creates a histogram to help illustrate the overall distribution.
I go to my notes.
Because, I mean, what would describing the data be? Would that just be saying, I'm going to tally the frequencies? That just seems kind of like a thin line. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why the first sentence, it looks like she's collecting the data.
Mm-hmm.
She tallies the frequencies, which is collecting the data. The next sentence is when she creates the histogram. Is that, I mean, has she presented it yet? Is she describing the data yet?
If she's creating a histogram, that would be a chart. At that point, she is describing the data.
Yeah, so it's...
So describing.
Let's see.
That gets my vote.
Okay, so describe the data as far as in our little notes thing. It says creating graphs or calculating statistics to help visualize and describe the data. So I guess that's what she's doing.
Cool.
All right. We get 2 tries, so if it's wrong, we know what we know the other.
Oh, good.
Sweet. Question 5. Who wants to read it?
I'll take it. Mumbai, India, is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. The marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. From a list of all registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Each individual on the list is mailed a brief questionnaire. The researchers received 1,049 responses. The population is...
Is it the people who responded?
The population, I think, is all your registered taxpayers.
Yeah, so it would be the citizens of
Mumbai.
Mumbai, is that how you say it? Mumbai?
Yeah.
I think because they're drawing from a list, would it be the list of all registered taxpayers?
Well, yeah. Except,
I guess that's not one of the options.
well, but actually it is. It would be all the citizens of Mumbai. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well.
Cool.
If it's that's a great question because can it be determined? It says from a list, like you pointed out, a list of all registered taxpayers are all citizens taxpayers.
But their focus, I think the citizens of Mumbai is the population because they're focusing. They're determining if the citizens of Mumbai would support the fast food business. And so I think the 3,000 names that are randomly selected would be the sample from the population of citizens.
Cool.
Well, but is the a child who is not a taxpayer but still a citizen?
That's my question. Yeah.
Because if that's
Touche.
the case, then anybody who is not registered as a taxpayer would still be considered a citizen, right?
This is tricky.
But this just says the population is, and then the citizens of Mumbai. So they're not identifying taxpayers or not. So that's why they're just classifying as citizens. So
yeah, I think it's a citizens. I don't know, but
we'll roll with it, and if
I'm
not, we can fix it.
If somebody else has a different opinion, speak up. I'm super opinionated, and so if nobody argues with me, then I don't know. I don't want to push anyone over.
No worries.
I can read number 6.
Okay, perfect.
Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. A marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. From a list of all registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Each individual on the list is mailed a brief questionnaire. The researchers received 1,049 responses. The sample is the people that responded.
Yeah. Right, because they're taking the data just from those that responded, right?
What's that phrase called that they use? The response variable. Because your sample would be the 3,000 names that are randomly selected.
Yeah.
So
are they researching who's responding out of that 3,000? Because they're just sending out questionnaires to that selective 3,000, which at that point they don't have any data.
Mm-hmm.
The 1,049 are the only ones that they got the data from, right? Which is the only ones that they could now use the data.
Yeah, I feel like the sample would be the 3,000 names, but that's not one of the options, which is frustrating.
Well, that's why I was thinking the 1,049, because out of that 3,000 names, they got 1,049 who responded, which gives them the sample to go from. Because otherwise, out of those, what, 1,951 names that they didn't get, how can you sample that?
Yeah.
Oh, I concur. I like that.
We'll give it a try anyway.
Okay. All right, I'll read this one. Studies have shown that retention of classroom material can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first hour of class. This, sorry, my phone's ringing. This forgetting curve continues so that within 6 days, only 25% is remembered. How can a student conquer this forgetting curve? The researchers in this study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes, an hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again 2 days later, 2 days after class for 10 minutes. Your teacher then gives you a short 10-question quiz where your score out of 10 is recorded. What type of data is your teacher collecting?
My first assumption is the quantitative, because it can change.
Right.
Because categorical means it can't change, right? I mean, if it does change, it doesn't mean anything.
You're right. So like if you multiplied, so like if you got 5 questions out of 10 questions correct, if you multiplied that by 2, that means that you got 10 questions right. So I think that's quantitative, because I don't know, the guy in the video was saying that if you multiplied it by some number, then it would mean something.
Right.
Then it
Okay.
would be quantitative.
Because in this, your scores based on your score can change.
Mhm.
It's not a fixed number, right?
Mm-hmm.
My guess.
Taylor, were you gonna say something?
Just after you finished it, I was just gonna say that I thought it was quantitative too. So.
Okay. Yeah, and the great thing is there's only 2 options, so if we get it wrong, we know what it is.
Perfect.
So we decided quantitative.
Yeah, I think so.
Question number 8. So Ben's turn to read.
Sure.
So you can just read the very end. It's the same question. Just read the last sentence.
Oh, got it. All right. He then
After the
records
6th day.
your response. Okay. After the 6th day, your teacher asks you if you feel confident that you have retained at least 50% of the material. He then records your response as yes, no, not sure. What type of data is your teacher collecting? Categorical.
Yeah, I would think so.
Man, if only all the questions this semester were this easy.
All right. I think it's the same question again.
Give a note review to material to the 6th
Sure. Teacher also selects a group to give no. Oh, this is the control group, right?
Control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Read. I like it. Which of the following would be considered an experimental design? A telephone poll asking people about whether or not they vaccinate their children, administering the TB vaccine to one group and giving a placebo to another, a census, a mailed survey asking people whether or not they received TB vaccine.
I think it's your second one.
So experimental is just researchers simply observe what's happening. It's not a controlled.
I thought experimental, the researchers control the conditions. And observational, they observe, right?
Right.
So they would be, if they're controlling the conditions, then they're administering the vaccine.
So, okay, so the experiment is the ones that control it. So I have that one wrong.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's good with
Kind of like the science experiments in junior high, where you would I don't know, put salt in water. I don't know. You try and change something. That's a stupid example, but okay.
Examples.
Are we agreed on that one? We're good.
So what one did we pick?
Administering the TB vaccine to one group and giving a placebo to another.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Mumbai.
All right. Who wants to read this one?
I'll take it.
Go for it.
Study to determine the average wage of working people in Mumbai. Which of the following would be the best sample? Every 10th worker that you meet as you travel the streets of Mumbai, all of the workers in one working district of Mumbai, many randomly selected workers in each of several working districts of Mumbai, or all the female workers.
I think it's the randomly selected workers, because then you would get a variety of the wage.
Yeah, because then it's going from district to district instead of just one area.
Mm-hmm.
So many randomly selected workers
Yeah,
in each of the several districts.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because it's wanting the average of Mumbai, not just one specific area. Because if you did a working district, that would be a specific area.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Taylor, you want to read this one?
Yeah. Excuse me, sorry. You want to become the next Jonas Salk and produce a vaccine that will help cure children of the respiratory syncytial virus. You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What or who are the experimental units of the subject? Children, parents, administrators, the vaccine, and the placebo.
Children.
Totally the children.
Mhm.
Any questions on that one?
They make it easy to where you have to second guess yourself.
All right. You want to Salk. Same question. What are the treatments?
The vaccine and
The vaccine and the placebo.
Placebo.
Yeah, buddy. Ben, you want to read?
Holy cow! Look at that. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. In 1992, the U.S. government supported a study that was run for 15 years where 4,608 low-income families were given a chance to move to less impoverished areas. They distributed vouchers and provided various support systems. The researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce the poverty level of U.S. citizens. The low-income families were randomly assigned to one of the following three groups. The MTO Low Poverty Voucher Group, which received Section 8 certificates or vouchers usable only in low poverty areas, areas with less than 10% of the population below the poverty line in 1990, along with counseling and assistance in finding a private unit to lease. 2, the Traditional Voucher Group, which received regular Section 8 certificates or vouchers, geographically unrestricted, and ordinary briefings and assistance from the PHAs, local public housing authorities. And 3, the Control Group, which received no certificates or vouchers but remained eligible for public or project-based housing and other social programs to which families would otherwise have been entitled. This study was A/N.
Would it be experiment because you're picking what the outcome would kind of be, or you're manipulating the variables?
Because they're controlling the conditions.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the conditions.
Yeah.
I agree. Cool.
Yep. They're giving people a chance to move out, and they're giving them different vouchers. Yeah, I would agree.
Sweet. Okay. Question 15 is like a matching thing. All right.
Discern more truth.
Oh, I have it all in a row right here in my notes.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
So the first one is design study. Sorry, that goes number 3. Goes to step 1. Number 2 would be collect data. So number 1 to step 2. Number 3 is describe the data. So step 3 is number 4. Make an inference is step 4. So number 5 goes to step 4. And take action, number 2, goes to step 5.
Sweet.
Cool.
Step 1.
All right, the moment.
Design. Right.
Okay.
Step 1 is number 3. Step 2 is number 1.
Yes.
Step 4 is number 5, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. 100%.
Lost.
Nice.
Man, team awesome. This is great.
You guys rock.
Yeah. This is going to be a good semester. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Awesome,
if no, do we have to post this link anywhere? I think we do. I'll post it.
Do we each have to post it though? Oh
No,
no,
I think
Justin post a link
Well,
to the video.
save you the hassle then, because I did it. I wasn't sure if we were all supposed to do it, so I just went ahead and copied and posted it. But
On the discussion board?
well, yeah. Let me go back to this here. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, I'm slow for some reason. I'm just kidding. I'm all excited there. I guess we don't have to take it again. But you guys probably already had that conversation. So, group meeting, or excuse me, group collaboration. Yeah, it says post a link to your group video here. And I did. I posted there for group 5A.
Oh, perfect.
awesome.
But
Cool.
Okay.
Do we need
Yeah, I
to
don't
add
know.
the names?
oh yeah, I gotta do the names. You want to help me do that real quick? I'm gonna click on that and
Hang on just a second. I think it's